Hello everyone, I'm Awesome, and today I got Star Wars Battlefront. Today, I got $6 and I just went out and got Star Wars Battlefront. And right now I want to talk to you guys a mode that I've been having a lot of fun with, and that is Fighter Squadron. This mode wasn't available in the beta, but holy shit is it fun. It is just so fun, if you ask me. Like, I was kind of bummed when I found out that there wasn't going to be any space battles in this game, because the original Battlefronts had space battles, but like this game doesn't have space battles, but it has Fighter Squadron. And personally, I'm liking Fighter Squadron more than I ever liked space battles in the original Battlefronts, and that's really saying something. I mean, with Fighter Squadron, you got a lock-on feature, and you got all these different maneuvers that you can pull off, with your fighters. It's just so much fun. It was really just so much fun, especially with especially on the PS4 and having all these new mechanics in there. Just really improve the experience. And occasionally, like a shuttle or a transport vehicle will come in, and your team has to either defend it or take it out, which is also pretty cool. But for the most part, it's basically just one big death match. But with occasional attack and defend thrown in the middle of the game sometimes. But god damn it, it's so much fun. It's so much fun just flying around, just shooting down X-wings or TIE fighters, whatever you're shooting down. Personally, the only problem I have with this game is that I wish there were more fighters, and I kind of wish there were more fighters. There's only 4 at the initial release. There's the TIE Interceptor for the Imperials, which you're seeing me use now. There's also the TIE Fighter, also for the Imperials. There's obviously, holy shit, you see that kamikaze right there? Classic. There's the TIE Fighter and the TIE Interceptor for the Imperials, and then for the Rebels, there's the X-Wing and the A-Wing, all of which, with the exception of the TIE Fighter, are really good and they're really fun to use. The TIE Fighter, I'm not too big of a fan of. I don't know, there's just something about the TIE Fighter that I'm just not a fan of. But the TIE Interceptor and the X-Wing and the A-Wing are all awesome. And again, but I wish there were a couple more. I wish there were some unlockable fighters. I think that would have been really cool. You can say that this is limited because it's like only the original trilogy, but there were more starfighters in the original trilogy. And I'm not talking about the hero ones like the Millennium Falcon or Slave One. I'm talking about other ones like maybe for example, the Y-wing. Granted, I think that is more of a bomber, but it can be used as a fighter. As a fighter, I think that would be pretty cool. There are some other ones that I'm forgetting the name of. There's a bunch of them that you just look up Star Wars starfighters from the Galactic Civil War era. There is a lot of them. Another thing about this game mode is that this game mode really reminds me of an old game. It was an old Star Wars game I used to have for my Nintendo GameCube, which neither the GameCube or this game I don't have anymore. I don't have either of them anymore. But there was a game I had for the original game for the GameCube called Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader. Now this is a legendary game within the, I'm always seeing praise about this game, which is definitely deserved because it was an amazing game. It was one of the best Star Wars games personally that I've played, and it was also one of the best just games in general. Star fighting games, one of the best pilot fighting games or flight combat games that I've ever played. It was obviously the sequel to Rogue Squadron, which I didn't know what the sequel was at the time. I was a little kid then, but god damn it, the game was so much fun. The game was so much fun. I remember just being on the Death Star, like, you know, reenacting that scene from A New Hope, just in that, and I believe it was like the first mission of the game. The two missions that I remember most from that game were the Battle of Hoth, when you got to play in the snow speeder, and then also in the Death Star in the final mission, in the final scene of the original Star Wars, or as many of you may know it as A New Hope. You know, going through the trench and firing the laser into the hole and just watching the Death Star explode. That was really fun. Really memorable moment in childhood for me. But anyways, this game definitely reminds me of that. As far as my initial impressions on the whole Battlefront game, I'm going to make another video about that. This is just something I wanted to talk about because I really was having a whole lot of fun with Fighter Squadron. But I think either tomorrow or Thursday. Well, I don't know about Thursday because Thursday is Thanksgiving. I'm going to be busy on Thanksgiving. But sometime this week I will make a first impressions video of Star Wars Battlefront for you guys. And like an impressions on the full game. So be on the lookout for that. Just be on the lookout for that. I'm just watching. Just look at this gameplay. I'm just dominating this game. I think I finished like number 2 on my team this game, which is really awesome. Unfortunately, I ended the recording just before you can see it, but I think you can see it on the final scoreboard in about a minute here. But anyways, guys, that's it. Please like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and please tell me what you think of Fighter Squadron in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.